Welcome to the Fantasy Thinker. I'm Jared, and wow, it is time for the September 2025 update. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on here and to talk about, and the first thing I want to mention is, I hit 400 subscribers as of today. Um, so thank you very much, everybody, for subscribing. You are the creme de la creme, cream of the crop, and you are the best. And I appreciate it a lot. So you know that could go down tomorrow. Who knows? But I appreciate everybody who tunes in and who has watched my videos. All right, so September. Had some visitors, as always. My neighbors there. They like to eat the crab apples in my yard, and I feed them some watermelon rinds every once in a while. So it's good. We have a good relationship. All right. So what did I finish in the month of August? I finished a lot of stuff, and for these stuff that I finished, I just did some short off the cuff reviews for them a few days ago. So go check those out if you want a more detailed, a little bit more detailed explanation of them. But anyways, I finished A Memory Called Empire by Arcady Martin. Really enjoyed this space opera. Really looking forward to the second one in the series, which I'll be starting this month, called A Desolation Called Peace, I believe. Right? Yeah, and so that's going to be I'm it was so much fun reading this book. So check out my review on that one. And I also finished, after 8 months, Stephen R. Donaldson's Reeve the Just and Other Tales. This is a reread for me. We read it 20 years ago or so, and uh by hands down my favorite collection of short fiction ever. um and Donaldson is a master of fantasy, and he shows it in this book with just all the great stories he came up with. The highlight being The Killing Stroke, the novella that I finished this month, particularly the last one in here, was called By Any Other Name. You can see our discussion on it on my channel on the fiction, short fiction side hustle. Yeah, that's how you say that. All right, read the Just and Other Tales. Do yourself a favor and check it out and get it. I also finished The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, the classic 1898, I think, sci-fi novel by H.G. Wells, and this is the basically the father of all alien invasion novels, pretty much. And it was good. I liked it a lot. Um, it's a classic for a reason. There you go. All right, and check out my review on that as well. We also finished The Cave by Jose Saramago as part of our literary side hustle. Read along on page viewing, and that was incredible book, The Cave. Probably will be in my top 10 for the year, most likely. We'll see. But really great book. Check out my review on that one. And I also finished Return of the Griffin by J.C.M. Byrne. Fantastic superhero sci-fi book. I had a great time with this book, and I am looking forward to continuing on in that series. Hopefully, maybe I'll get to the third one by the end of the year. This is the second book in the Hybrix Helix series, and if you it's just so much fun. It's definitely, they're great palette cleanses in between huge dark series. And it's not to say that there's not like dark stuff not going on in these books, but watch my review, you'll see. um, the Return of the Griffin, great book. I also finished. Wow, it's been a good reading month for August. Another Donaldson book, The Man Who Killed His Brother. This is Stephen Donaldson in doing crime fiction. Originally written under the pseudonym Reed Stevens, but then republished under his own name years later. And this is a pretty cool edition. I like this, but fantastic cr- uh, crime fiction, detective fiction, whatever you want to call it, private investigative fiction. Yeah, it's good stuff though. All right, all right. So that's wow, that's all the books I finished in August. Um, what am I working on right now? Of course, I am continuing on in the massive tome Song of the Mysteries by Janie Worth. This is book 11 in the Wars of Light and Shadow. This is the culmination of 50 years of work or so, who knows how long. Um, and it just shows this book has been incredible. I think I'm on chapter 12 right now. And it's just wow, what a treasure. And I'm looking forward to trying to finish that off soon. We take it slow, because there's a lot of information in here, a lot to unpack. There's a lot to remember from the previous books, and it's just really all coming to a head. And I'm really looking forward to getting to the end of that. All right. I also started just barely, just a couple of chapters. Started a my next self-published read. It's called Perils of the Past by Kane Williams. So too early to tell on this one, so we'll see how that goes. I'll be getting into that. All right. So all right, what else do I got going on here? I finished a another short story out of Tales Before Tolkien, The Roots of Modern Fantasy. This one was called Golithos Golithos the Ogre by E.A. Wick Smith. And this is interesting. This is it has this race of people called Snurgs, which he claims is some offshoot of pixies. And the this is from a collection. This is like an excerpt from his marvelous Land of Snurgs stories. And apparently, these marvelous Land of Snurgs were tales that Tolkien told his kids, and or his kids wanted to hear them, and then he instead told them the story of the Hobbit. So that's kind of funny. The Marvelous Land of Snurgs. So Golithos the Ogre was an excerpt from that, and it's just basically about these Snurgs traveling. They needed to know something, so they went to visit this Golithos the Ogre, who supposedly had changed his evil ways and was now good. He was now a good ogre. He no longer eats people. So so it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny because the ogre was like he was tempted. He was tempted by his visitors. So kind of a funny tale. So it was interesting. Yeah. So only a couple more. Only two more tales to go before this is done. So that'll be interesting because I'll be onto something new then, as far as short stories go. All right. I also finished another tale here in my book, Chinese Myths and Folk Tales. Very nice Barnes and Noble's edition here. Barnes and Noble. And this one was called Miss Quatahu. And it's about a man, of course, who uh, is smitten by a uh, a woman, and of course, like in all these tales, the woman turns out to be a fox. That just keeps happening in these tales. Uh, they had a fascination with women being secretly being foxes, immortal beings who like to trick men and destroy them somehow, either financially or even kill them somehow. So, uh, yeah, and there's a little bit of trickery going on there to try to thwart these foxes' designs, and yeah, and then Mr. Shang, it's kind of strange because he doesn't he doesn't learn his lesson. Somebody comes in to help him out, captures the foxes in this magical jar, and then he's like, "Oh, I just can't. I got to see them again." So I let him out, and then it's strange. Those tales are really weird, but they're fun. So I keep going with them. All right. Uh, yes. Oh, I also finished a short story out of the Shapers of Worlds, Volume 5 anthology. This one was called The Rusalka Wakes Up by Olesya Salnikova Gilmore. Hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Anyways, this was a really cool tale about a rusalka. It's kind of like the Slavic version of a siren. And so it was a really cool tale about these sirens, kind of the sirens' point of view. And I really like how Olesya Gilmore um, presented that to us. And I think it was a really cool story. So I'm looking forward to more stories out of this collection of Shapers of Worlds, because this was the one that I read the P.L. Stewart story in, which was fantastic. So if they are all the quality of this one in P.L. Stewart story, then I'm in for a good time, because this was a really cool story. So all right, and I also read another another story out of the book. Big Book of Science Fiction for our Speculative Speculation podcast. And what else did what else do I got going on here? I think that's it. Wow, how about that? Wow. So a quick wrap up there. Yeah, next month, this coming September here, I will be getting into Orbital by Samantha Harvey. This is a really quick 200 page novella novel, whatever you want to call it. So this will be for speculative speculations. That'll be next on the docket, and I am also going to be reading. I'm going to try to get back into Conan here, and this is a novel called Conan and the Living Plague out of this City of the Dead collection. This is a collection of two novels by John Hocking, and I want to get to the second novel in this book. I read the first one earlier in the year, and it was really cool. So I think that's everything. I always have the feeling I'm forgetting something. So, read a bunch of comics this month. So cool stuff. I always love comics. Of course, we got Conan in there too, and yeah. If you want to see what I read for comics, check out the podcast Weekly Pulls on Page Chewing. And you can see what Steve and I are up to as far as comic book reading goes. Yeah, and I think that's everything for this month. So, if let me know what you've read in the month of August. Let me know the highlights. Let me know what was cool, what wasn't cool, and with all that said, please like and subscribe and be good to each other. Thank you.
Never one for conversation. Give me silence